to Rants with Ray. My name is Rainice Mitchell, and I'm getting on here with a quick blackout message for you guys. I was sitting here praying, and you guys, okay, let me get to it. As you can see, the title of this video is called Be Careful What You Ask For, because God just might grant you exactly that. And once you see, you can't unsee. Um, so basically, what I mean by that is when you are confused about something and you ask God to reveal it to you in prayer or to show you a sign or, to expose the truth, you better make sure you're ready for whatever that truth is that you're asking to be exposed. Because sometimes, most times, a lot of times, when we ask God in prayer for those things about certain situations, God will do just that. So you want to make sure that, you know, you are emotionally, mentally, and physically ready for the answers you are seeking. Because if we find out something before it's time, it can be mm, more harmful than helpful. And by that I mean, when exposed to sensitive information too early, it could it could it could just be so detrimental. It could be detrimental in so many ways by okay, because once you see, you can't unsee. You can't once you once God takes those glasses off, it's no trying to put those glasses back on and act like you don't know what's going on anymore. Meaning that same grace that a fool would have. It's a scripture in the Bible about how God protects fools, right? But once God exposes the truth to you, there is a certain level of expectation that you, and just a level of responsibility and accountability that you have to now walk in because you have been exposed to the truth. You can no longer walk around confident or secure in a lie or the lie that you've been walking in. And sometimes that can be very, very just heartbreaking, depending on what you ask God to be revealed. And I'm not laughing at you guys, but it can be very detrimental. It can be very heartbreaking, depending on what you've asked God to reveal to you, because you just really got to make sure you're ready emotionally and mentally and spiritually for the things that you're asking to be exposed. Because again, like I said, you therefore you then walk in a um, position of accountability and responsibility. You no longer can go around uh, like spreading or promoting or even encouraging the this lie or something that's not the truth, or because God is gonna hold you accountable because you asked for the truth and He's shown you. So you definitely want to be careful and be mindful of just moving so fast and trying to find out everything so fast, because it's a certain level of responsibility that comes with knowing certain truths, and accountability. And it's going to, once you know certain things, God is going to hold you accountable to correct others when they're wrong, or to, um, and of course, when He is leading you to do those things. Um, but even if in certain activities that we may be participating in, You may genuinely feel like something is not bad or is not an idol or is not, is, just not demonic or something like that. And when you pray and ask God for clarity or just to reveal and expose the truth or give you a sign and he does that, it is I don't it just can be a lot. It can be very heavy. Um and God is going to expect you ask for the truth, he showed you the truth, and he's going to expect you to walk in it. And he knows it's not going to be easy. Um and it's not going to just be something where you can turn around and switch it just like that. But at the same time, it ain't no more just uh, frolicking through La La Land and the roses and daisies, roses and daisies after you're exposed to the truth either. There ain't no more just frolicking in the lies. Like, nah, it ain't no more being Delulu. So, um, I will say it is very, very heavy sometimes when you ask for the truth and God exposes it to you. It could be a blessing and a curse at the same time. And I don't want to say a curse, it just can be heavy because, I mean, you are being exposed to something that you may have thought was okay, that's not okay. And basically, when we attach ourselves to certain things that we weren't supposed to attach ourselves to, and it's time to detach or let go, um, it can hurt, it's not a good feeling when you've been doing something one way for so long, and then all of a sudden you have to let that thing go, cut that thing off, or completely switch up the routine of how you move now, and it's just a certain level of accountability, responsibility, and um, a level of maturity that comes with God sharing certain truths with you and wisdom. Because a lot of times we be seeking and searching for more knowledge, but with with knowledge comes sorrow. With knowledge can come arrogance. With knowledge can come sadness. Like, it's just a lot when you're being exposed to certain things. Our human minds combined with our emotions and then our own experiences that we have under our belt from life, um, and just even the way the human brain works, it automatically wants to analyze, labelize, and categorize things as soon as we uh, see it, hear it, or experience it. So uh, um, it's just be mindful. Just be mindful, because once you are exposed to the truth, now you are held accountable. Now you are held to a certain level of responsibility of no longer spreading a lie. And you not saying something when God has exposed the truth to you is going to make you just as guilty. And that is the thin line. That is the gray area that you now have put yourself in when you've asked God to expose things to you. You now have a duty. You now have to, you know, walk in truth or promote lies. And it's definitely not easy. It's not easy. Even when even when we know the right things to do, it's not always easy to do the right thing. And I've learned just in life to just be very mindful of being judgmental, of saying what I would and wouldn't do if I was in certain situations, because you honestly never know. You really, truly never know what you would and wouldn't do until you're in a situation. You really, really don't know. Oh, hey, Monica. I hope all is well, beautiful. Hey, everybody in the comments. I try not to look at the comments while I'm doing my videos so I don't get distracted with the message, because I've been to look at the comments and completely forget what was on my mind to say, y'all. So I don't be ignoring y'all. I just be trying to Get to the meat of the message, especially for the people that are going to watch the playback. And just so I don't lose my train of thought. But hello to everyone that is tuning in. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is enjoying their day today. But yes, you guys, the main message is, be careful what you ask God to reveal to you in truth. Because He just might show you. And once He does, you can no longer walk in a space of uh, confusion when He's already giving you clarity. You can no longer walk comfortably in the lie once you've been shown the truth. Once Neo woke up from the Matrix, he no longer could really just go back to living life behind the computer. Like he couldn't go back to living life anymore the way he was living it. And that's what's going to happen with a lot of us, that God is, as we grow closer in relationship to God, and we have certain questions or certain things that need to be answered or talked about, and once God revealed those things to you, you no longer can walk in your old ways. It'll be hard. I mean, you can, because we all have free will, but I'm telling you, it is going to be extremely hard and detrimental to be exposed to something, the truth, and then try to go back to living a lie. You literally would drive yourself insane because you would be acting. You would be acting. You literally would be acting, and it's it's just a heavy. I don't want to say a heavy experience, because the truth is a beautiful thing. At the end of the day, whether it's a hard truth, a soft truth, it's all about you know being okay. For example, let's use a couple for example, right? A man and a woman. And let's say, this is just figuratively speaking, you guys, it's not down to anybody. But let's say the man is a cheater, has been cheating, and the woman kind of has had this feeling in her gut that he's been cheating. Like when he say he'd go to the gym, she just had this feeling that he wasn't really going to the gym. He was going somewhere else, but she chose to believe the lie that he would come and tell her once he would get home, even with the proof that she's seen but ignored. So she finally goes into prayer and asks God to reveal the truth to her. So God decides to actually show her like a vision of him on a date, lying, saying he's gonna go to the gym, but really going somewhere else, right? And exposing the whole situation to the woman. And the woman wakes up and is now like feeling so many different ways, because before, at least on she wasn't really sure if he was cheating or not, so she still had the comfortability of being able to live in a lie, versus when God showed her a vision. And you can't lie when you see something with your own eyes. It ain't no way to deny the truth if you're seeing it with your own eyes, you guys. So once that woman seen a vision with her own eyes, as clear as day, it was like it's no longer. And then she went to, and then after she had a vision, God tell her to go check his pictures, and then she see the pictures they took at the restaurant she had a vision in. At that point, it she may want to say, let's say they married, she may want to save her marriage or all, and but at this point with the vision and then going to check the phone when God tell her to go check the phone, at that point, what are you gonna do? Your husband is cheating, and let's figuratively say God told you to leave him because of X, Y, and Z. And now that woman, now granted, she may be happy to have gotten the truth in a sense, but at the same time, she's probably mad, sad, and feeling some type of way to have received that hard truth, because now, with her knowing that truth, her entire life is about to change. Her entire way of doing things has to change. Everything has to change, because that truth is a truth that is is uh, it's a reality changing truth. It's something where now that she's been exposed to this truth, she can't go back to doing things the same way that she was doing it before. And that's the same thing with a lot of us. Once we are exposed to truth in certain ways, it's like you can almost can't even go back to doing things the way you were doing them before, unless you're basically saying, I'm going against you, God. Cool. Like, once God exposed the truth to you and you decide to do the opposite, that means you are blatantly going against whatever God is telling you to do. You're blatantly being disobedient at that point. If you're just like, okay, no, I'm gonna act like I never even seen this. I'm gonna act like I never heard this. I'm gonna act like no. No. Once you take those glasses off, it ain't no putting them back on, y'all. You have to like it's no putting them back on. Okay? So be mindful for what you ask God to reveal you in prayer. Make sure you're ready for it and ask God for, just to cover you and protect you and to keep you when you are asking for certain things to be revealed. Because sometimes we may be asking for stuff that we think we're ready for that we really don't be ready for. But that was the main message that I was getting for today, you guys. I had asked for God to reveal something to me in prayer, and He did. He did. And it was something that had been on my heart for like the past few weeks, months now, and I just was like, okay, what's what? And God kind of like finally put it like into more of a perspective. And even as He was putting it into perspective, He was telling me like, you ain't ready for what I'm about to say next, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You're not really ready to accept it in your heart. And I was like, huh? What you talking about? And then when he said what he said next, I was like, oh shit, hold on. I wasn't ready. What Kevin Hart say? I wasn't ready. I was like, wait. So, wait, no. And yes, you guys, I'm just basically sharing that experience with you guys. And it's meant for somebody to hear today because this wasn't supposed to be the message for today. The message was supposed to be something totally different. Um, but I really, really felt this heavy on my spirit to share with you guys. Once God takes those rose-colored glasses off, it's no putting them back on. Be mindful of when you ask for the truth to be revealed because sometimes God might grant you that. And knowing the truth all the time uh may not always be the thing that we need at the time. And I see why God allows us to receive certain information when it's time, because receiving information too early could kill a person. Seriously. It really could, depending on the information and the individual. Um, but yes, you guys, that was the meat of the message today. Be mindful of what you're asking God for, because He just might grant it to you. And it's best to ask God, when you're praying, it's best to ask God to bring to you whatever is in His will for your life, whatever is in His divine alignment for your life. Because sometimes we be wanting stuff that ain't even in alignment with what God is trying to do for us. And we be going through extra warfare and just extra unnecessary stuff because we've prayed for certain things and we wanted certain things so bad that wasn't for us, but because we just was hell bent on getting it, God allowed it to come through just so you can see that how much it wasn't for you. So just, it's always, in my opinion, wisest to pray for God's will to happen in your life, for anything that's in his divine alignment for your life to take place. And yeah, you guys, that was the meat of the message today. God had hit me hard with that one. I was like, ooh, okay. Wow. I don't even know what to do now that I'm. It's like I know what to do, but I'm just like, damn, like this is. Wow. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just sharing it with you guys, and I hope that this message helps someone today. You guys make sure you're driving safely on the roads. Take your time, slow down. And don't forget to give God the glory today if you woke up this morning and you got your health, you got your family, you got yourself. Just be grateful on today. Um, Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And yeah, let's make today great, you guys. I love you all. God loves you so much more. And I'll try to get back on here later, but if I do not, this is the meat of the message today, guys. And it's crazy because these last 2 messages have been pretty more on the serious side, but I like the serious messages because we need those messages to balance out the good days or the mellow days. You know, it makes the good days that much more worth it when it is a good message or a message of promise. But I love these messages too because we need these messages. They help keep us grounded, you know? But that's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll try to come back on here later. Bye bye.